What's up everyone and welcome back to the channel. In today's video, I want to talk about the upcoming Halloween TV series. If you didn't know about it, now you do, and if you did know about it but you just forgot, here's your reminder that it's still happening. So I want to talk about 5 things that I want to see take place in the video, but before I get into that, I'm going to go over everything that we do know is happening. And to kick things off, we do know that Malika Koch's Trancas International Films, they were shopping the rights to the Halloween TV series. So they had Miramax, A24, they were in the mix to own the rights to the TV show and the franchise, and eventually Miramax, they ended up landing the rights to the TV show. And Miramax already has some history with the Halloween franchise. They produced a few movies in the series. The next thing that we do know is that Miramax Television signed a wide-ranging deal with Trancas to develop and co-produce a Halloween TV series. Now this includes a first look agreement on other television projects for the international marketplace. Also, the new Halloween TV series is envisioned to potentially launch a cinematic universe spanning film and television. If you don't know what that means, it's basically what we see taking place with the MCU and the Avengers movies. They got movies that lead into TV shows that lead into movies. Just that whole cinematic universe. We're gonna get that with the Halloween franchise. Also, jointly controlling both the film and TV rights would allow for Miramax and Trancas to map out an integrated film TV universe. So more of what I just said for the last point. Now, here's where things get interesting for this new Halloween TV series. The foundation of it is the original film, meaning the John Carpenter movie, the original from 1978, as well as those characters of that film and perhaps a group of characters that we haven't really focused on that much in recent film versions, or a number of them. Now, what exactly does that mean? It means that some of the characters in the later movies, the sequels, they could be main characters in this TV series. So characters that have small roles or small appearances, they could be heavily focused on in this new TV series and movies. Or even main characters from some of the sequels, they could be brought into this TV series and be main characters all over again. Also, I just want to point out that this new TV series is a creative reset completely and going back to the original film, as opposed to them spinning out any of the more recent film adaptations. That just means that they're not going to make this TV series and future movies a sequel to some of the previous movies in the franchise. So it won't be a sequel to, say, Halloween Resurrection, the Rob Zombie movies, or even the Blumhouse movies. Now that we know what this TV series is going to be about, here are 5 things that I want to see take place in the show. First, this could take place immediately after the original movie from 1978, and it takes place in Haddonfield Hospital. Loomis is assigned to Michael Myers all over again, and we get to see their relationship, the chemistry between those 2 characters, because we haven't really seen that in any of the other films in the franchise aside from Rob Zombie's Halloween. Now that focused on a young Michael Myers and Dr. Loomis, this would focus more on Michael as an adult, and Loomis, of course, he's older. And of course that would mean recasting Dr. Loomis with a different actor. But hey, anything to make this TV series and future movie work. And then again, eventually, Michael Myers escapes all over again like we saw him do in the original movie, and he heads back to Haddonfield. And from there, he torments a new group of teenagers, not Laurie Strode, not knowing that we saw from the original movie. It's a whole new cast of characters. And the way that could work out, let's say that season 1 focuses on Michael Myers in the hospital before he breaks out, so that's like what, 8-10 episodes, and then that final episode, it leads into Michael Myers breaking out, and then we see all the events that take place after that in the eventual movie. So that could give them what they're looking for with the whole cinematic universe. Idea number 2, make this Avenger style. So how I mentioned, some of the characters from the later movies, they would be more heavily focused on in this new TV series. Bring in characters from those movies and make them the main focus on this new TV series. So for example, say Rachel from Halloween 4, Tommy Doyle from either the original movie, they would just have to recast a young Tommy Doyle, or even Tommy Doyle from part 6. Or hey, my favorite character from Halloween Resurrection, Freddie Harris, bring him back and make him a main character in the show. Or again, just some random characters, some of them that have small appearances in the other movies, bring them back and make them the main focus. Just Avengers style, and bring back a whole bunch of characters that we saw before, put them all in one movie, and TV show of course. Idea number 3, which I'm sure a lot of us would actually want to see instead of what we're getting from this TV show, being that it takes place after the original movie. Scrap the original as a whole and do something completely different. Do whatever you want, come up with a whole new storyline for Michael Myers, start fresh, start all over. Or just scrap the original and make this a sequel to Halloween 4 featuring Jamie Lloyd. Now, they could cancel out Halloween 5 and just continue after the 4th movie with a young Jamie Lloyd, but then of course they would have to recast her. Or make this take place years later into the future and then bring back Danielle Harris. I personally wouldn't want it to take place in present time, 2026, 2027, whenever the show comes out. Just fast forward and make this TV series take place in the 90s, Jamie's in her early 20s or even mid-20s, bring back Danielle Harris, and just de-age her. That's all you need to do to bring her back, to be honest. That way there's not a few decades that take place between that movie that took place in the 80s and now in present time. It could just be a decade later, taking place in the 90s, so not much time went by, and they don't have to explain what took place between that movie and then, because we do know how Halloween 4 ended. She attacked her foster mother, so the less to explain the better. Now this 4th idea is quite interesting. They could blend part 3 season of The Witch with Michael Myers. So basically basically blend those two storylines together, say that Michael Myers be controlled by the Shamrock Mask. The Shamrock Company, they've been controlling Michael Myers for who knows how long now. They've been giving him his power from their mask. Colonel Cochran, he's a mastermind, or even bringing a new colonel. Just something crazy with that. I think it would be incredible to see, because I know that there is an audience that loves Season of the Witch, including myself, and they want to see more of that universe, more of that storyline. But of course, Halloween isn't Halloween without Michael Myers, so what I'm saying is blend the two of them. This fifth idea, give us a whole new backstory from Michael Myers, something similar to what we saw from Rob Zombie's Halloween, or even Part 6, The Curse of Michael Myers. But of course, don't copy those storylines, give us something fresh and new. A new reason explaining why Michael Myers is evil, why he does what he does. Maybe he didn't even do it when he was 6 years old, maybe he was a teenager, maybe he didn't snap until he was an adult, maybe there wasn't no reason at all, maybe there was a reason, or hey, maybe it was an accident, he was framed and that turned him into the maniac, the killer that he is. Just something new, refreshing, a new take I think would work well for Halloween and Michael Myers in today's new time. But those are 5 new ideas, 5 things that I would want to see take place in the upcoming Halloween TV series and cinematic universe. Be sure to drop a comment and let me know what the main thing that you want to see take place in this new Halloween cinematic universe is. If you made it to the end of the video, I appreciate you guys, and if you want to watch more content from me, go ahead and check out one of these videos right here. And be sure to hit that subscribe button to stay up to date with all of my content, and I'll see you guys in the next video.